Can we talk about social a little bit and how important you see it to Google's future and how Google might go about competing in a space with a large competitor already established there?
Again, our view of social is a little different from what everybody's been writing. We want our core products to get better because of social information. The best thing that could happen would be Facebook would open up its network, and we just use that information to improve our ads and our search. Because openness is typically how the net works for those sorts of naming services. Failing that, there are other ways in which we can get that information, which is what we're working on. And I think a reasonable expectation is that we're trying to take Google's core products and add a social component, because we think our core products will be even better. And if you think about it, it's obvious, right? If we, again, with your permission, I did say that about 500 times, this is all with your permission, and knowing more about who your friends are, we can provide more tailored recommendations. Search quality can get better.
Well, any idea when we might see that layer start to emerge?
I think it's a series of, because it touches everything, it's as the products get upgraded. But I think reasonable expectation is in the fall, some such thing comes out. But again, everyone has convinced themselves that there's some huge project about to get announced next week.
Yeah.
And I can assure you that's not the case.
What about the week after?
We'll invite you to it if it actually occurs. We already did our big announcement, which was Google Instant, which is hugely successful.
When you said Facebook needs to open up, what exactly is the data that you're not getting that you want?
Again, I'd rather not get into the technical issues, but it seems to me that the Facebook naming, the naming hierarchies of all these social networks are very interesting because they represent information that people give them, and that's useful for other reasons. And it's Facebook's decision, it's not our decision.
I don't mean to take you too much on the technical thing, but
read the terms of service. Right.
So the terms of service are preventing you from
read the terms of service.
Okay.
Yeah, trust me, read the terms of service.
If you sign up for Facebook, one thing that you can easily see is that you can import your Gmail contacts into Facebook very easily. You could look into the degree to which the converse of that is easily accessible.
Are people going to create a new social profile? Like, would people out here?
I would rather not describe unannounced products.
I'm more curious about user behavior. Do you think that people will create multiple social presences across the web where they upload all this information about themselves as opposed to doing it once?
Again, let me give you a general answer because I don't want to. If I answer it in a specific, you'll interpret it as a comment about Facebook profiles or Google profiles. The general answer is that the internet, with respect to naming and authentication, has been open, not closed. Look at the DNS, for example, the names work, and that we are better off as a society if identity and identity services are generally available to the applications that use it. And that is my opinion. It's been my opinion for 20 years. When I was at Novell, this is what I worked on. It didn't work very well. That's what I worked on.
Just to clarify that last point, when Mike was asking, basically there should be a layer added to your core products in the fall, and that's all you're going to give us today?
I'm not going to give you any more than that.
Are we in the fall right now?
No, the fall starts on September 21st.
Okay.
So there. Didn't you go to school and learn
I'm thinking of the academic calendar. It starts in September.